Winning an argument is not about being right. It is about communicating strategically. After experiencing many defeats, I discovered 10 powerful methods for dominating any debate. To help you understand which techniques work best, I have created a tier list. The first method is the Judo Technique. During any discussion, your opponent will likely attack your arguments. Discussions often follow a predictable script where you exchange points and criticize each other. This is where strategic thinking comes in. Like a judoka, use their energy against them. Admit where they are right to build confidence before pointing out where they are wrong. By conceding small points unexpectedly, you dampen their aggressive energy. Showing that you are open-minded rather than an inflexible ideologue is a sign of strength, not weakness. However, I rank this as a C because it does not give you full control over the discussion. The second method is the Socrates technique. Socrates used questions to expose contradictions in people's thinking, making them question their own beliefs instead of defending against yours immediately. Ask questions that force the other person to think critically about their stance, rather than simply attacking their view. For example, challenging the idea that high grades automatically mean competence helps them see cracks in their argument. It is a solid move, but I rank it as a B. The third method involves hypnotic language. The words you use carry significant weight. Try swapping you for I, such as saying, "I feel frustrated by your actions," instead of accusing them directly. This makes you seem less defensive. Using implied statements or rhetorical questions, like saying, "Of course, we all know this makes the most sense," can make your point feel inevitable without the other person realizing it. I rank this method B. The fourth method is the contrast effect. If you start with something exaggerated during a debate, your next reasonable proposal will seem more logical by comparison. However, I place this in category C because it is only truly useful when negotiating or trying to find middle ground. The fifth method is information bombing. If you overwhelm someone with facts and numbers, they may feel pressured and start doubting their own beliefs. Citing data on market failure rates or expert feedback creates a flood of information that leaves them unable to respond to every statement, making it seem like you control the situation. This is clearly an A-range method. The sixth method is the Gish Gallop. The goal here is similar to information bombing, but with a twist. The information presented can be half-truths or total falsehoods. It relies on the fact that disproving many claims takes more energy than creating them. If you are being targeted by this, do not waste time debunking every single point. Instead, reveal their strategy and focus entirely on destroying their weakest argument. Using falsehoods can undermine your credibility, so I rank this as a B. The seventh method is change of focus, also known as the red herring. When you feel like you are losing ground, introduce a distraction to shift attention away from the main issue. This element allows you to stall and disorient your opponent. Because it effectively changes the subject, I say this method earns an A. The eighth method is the coherence principle. People usually stick to their views once they agree on something. If you get them to agree on a small point first, use that consistency to guide them toward a bigger idea. Once your opponent agrees that one thing is true, it becomes harder for them to backtrack on a larger conclusion. However, if you are debating someone who totally disagrees with you, this method is difficult, so I put it in B. The ninth method is the rule of three. People tend to perceive groups of three elements as complete and easy to understand. If an event happens once, it is isolated. Twice, it is a coincidence. By the third time, it looks like a pattern. Give 3 reasons for your actions or 3 points for your opinions to add structure and clarity. This makes your argument more convincing earning it an A. The 10th method uses lightning-fast jokes. These short, punchy jokes are used to throw off an opponent or shut down their argument during vulnerable moments. They flip the conversation in your favor and are often called onliners. I put this on the C list because while it doesn't win the debate directly, it raises the tone of the discussion in your favor. Each method relies on a different communication strategy. It is super important to keep in mind that the right approach really depends on who you are talking to and the situation you are in. Everyone reacts differently to different styles. The ability to adapt to the situation is what will make the biggest difference in the success of your discussion. Each technique works on its own, but when you combine them, you become unstoppable. That's how you win arguments, not by being louder, but by being smarter. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe to keep your brain growing.